Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Soulful Sundays. This is your girl, Tanya K. Austin, or better known as Coach Tanya. Oh my God, today's show is going to be something that, excuse me, something that many of us deal with, many of us face, many of us are challenged with, and yet we don't quite understand what is going on with the process, even though we probably do, but we subconsciously play it off as if we don't. So we're going to be talking about manifesting money and the thought process about money and telling you that God is self-sufficient. He doesn't need money. He needs us to be good and to obey him in whatever it is that he's telling us to do. So those are the thing there are some things that I'll say this. There are some things that we need to do in order for more of it to come. Because I was doing some Bible, Quran reading and studying and coming across scriptures and then going through things in my own life and seeing other people going through things and being able to manifest or not manifest because each of us is on a journey. Each of us is here going through something, exploring things in our lives that we may never have had to explore. Because again, 2020 is a season of our lives that have definitely shaped us, that have definitely transformed us. Or if it didn't, it is in the midst of it or in the process of it. And if not, then it should be, you should be looking at ways where you can change and challenge yourself and to grow and to experience more things. Uh, the things that we go through, they, especially again in the year of 2020, in this season of our lives, they are meant to definitely teach us. So if we learn the things that have not been working in our lives, if we take that perspective that we've had before and we reset it, we readjust it, we redo it, we that thought that we had that connects us to what prevents us from creating the thing that we want. There's something that is blocking you from getting the thing that you want. There's something that is keeping you from exploring that very thing that your heart desires. And because you have that thing, it is going to continue to block you. It is going to continue to keep you stuck. It is going to continue to keep you afraid. It is going to continue to keep you stagnant. It is going to continue to keep you from whatever it is that you are desiring, whatever it is that is meant for you, whatever it is that God has for you. Because those things that we desire, those things that we have in our hearts that we want to manifest in our lives, they are meant for us. They are already ready for us. And if they're not ready for us, they're being prepared. Many times we are the reason why we don't have what we have. We are the reason why things aren't manifesting in our lives. Take money, for example. What is your relationship with money? What do you think about money? What comes to your mind when you uh, think about getting money? What is your belief system about money? Do you speak in a way that's empowering or do you speak of a way that's disempowering? Do you speak negatively about money or positively about it? Now, I was reading in the Quran, and it definitely gives you three things that will allow you to, well, two things that you have to do. Well, I'll say three. Three things that will allow you to manifest whatever it is that you want. Manifest your money. And the first thing is that one, um, I'm sorry, one, that you shall know that you deserve to have it. Know that you deserve to have it. It is yours. God says that we have the power to shape and mold and manipulate the forces of nature. We have the power over them. We can direct our life's paths through the energy that we exert in the universe, our thought processes. Our thoughts create our reality. So if our thoughts are out of alignment, then our actions are going to be out of alignment and our manifesting is going to be out of alignment. So first you have to know that you have the ability to get whatever it is that you want. You know it's yours. You know that it's yours. You know that you deserve it. You know that you can have it. You know that you're able to get it. You have to believe that. You have to know that. Second, you definitely have to strive hard doing your part, to putting in your works. You have to strive hard at getting it. When you strive hard, you have to do it in a steadfast manner. You have to keep going. You have to take opportunities as they come. You have to put in the work. You have to keep going. You have to not give up. And when you do those three things, and then of course have faith in God and know that He's with you, then you will be able to manifest whatever it is. Now, in the manifesting process, when it comes to money, know that God wants you to realize that in you doing good with the money that you have and showing Him that you're not wasteful of it, that you're not spending money in ways that you shouldn't be spending it, then He will provide you with more. Money is energy as well. Take a dollar bill, feel it. Just take any old dollar bill out, just feel it, look at it, and feel the energy of it. Imagine all the people that touched it before you. Feel the energy of that dollar. And then know that that dollar bill is energy, your energy. That's why you're able to feel it. Imagine yourself doing whatever it is that you need to do with money. And when you become comfortable with owning money and owning the fact that it belongs to you and the energy that you give it out, are you buying too many lotteries? Are you buying too many cigarettes? Are you buying too many bags of weed, or too many pills, or too much alcohol, or too much dope, or too much whatever? Are you shopping too much? Are you eating out too much? Are you wasting money? You buying $5 worth of coffee and snacks at Starbucks every day? That's wasting money. Find convenient ways. God blesses us with money so that we can have the things that we want to have. We're just not allowed to do it in a gluttonous manner. And when we begin to become wasteful, whatever it is that we do, that's when there's a problem with manifesting more, because the energy of the money, because money has feelings too, if you want to put a meaning to something. Money feels bad. It doesn't want to come to somebody that's not doing something to their purpose, that's not doing something for their calling, that they're doing things in a vain way. Money doesn't want to be used and abused either. So if you have that energy or that mindset that money is nothing, and you're going to treat it the way you want to treat it when it comes to you, then why would it why would it come to you? Just because now you want to decide to do something that you're supposed to do, will continue to sacrifice and show the universe and show money, show yourself, show God that you're obedient to the order of being good. Because God is not asking you to give Him all your money. Give Him, He don't need your money. He needs you to take your money and use it in a wise manner. Now, donating to things that may be useful with your money is fine, but never believe that God needs your money in a material manner, because He does not. He's given it to you for you to manifest and do what you want to do, because He wants you to live a comfortable life. Again, it's okay if you want to donate money and be obedient in helping others, but God don't need no money from you. He has everything He needs. He's telling us that we need things. He don't need nothing. And that money that He's blessed us with is what's going to provide us with what we need. But if we hide behind the fact that we're tithing so-called 10%, or we're doing this and we're doing that, but yet you're still splurging the money that you have, you're abusing that system. You're thinking of it in a different manner. Well, I can tithe and then still do what I want to do. No, that's not what God is asking you to do. He's not even asking that. That's not the process. The process is, I give you, you provide self, you become self-sufficient. You, instead of begging me for money for your light bill and gas bill, take that $300 that you add up from your beer, weed, and cigarettes, and your pills, and your crack, and your cocaine, and your lotteries, and your giving it to people that don't need it, that's gonna do the same thing, and you're buying too many clothes, and you to take that money and do what you need to do. Be a resource for yourself. God is telling us to be steadfast in what it is that we want to do, and to strive for it, to work hard for it, and to believe that we can have it, and to stop being wasteful, and to trust Him too. Trust Him. So it's faith and works. But in your works is your thinking process as well, your behavior changing, and the things that you need to do. So if you know you need to invest in yourself and it takes $400 or $500 more, or $1,000 more, or $2,000, or whatever it is that's for the greater good of yourself, because the greater good of yourself at your highest capacity is going to prepare you to be who you need to be in the world. That's what God's going to bless. And if God cannot see or trust you with handling little things, He's not going to bless you with big things. You can't ask Him to bless you with something that He's already given you, that you probably already got in your hand right now, and you're wasting it, and yet you're turning around later asking Him or begging Him to provide it for you. No, it's time to stop that. It's time to stop abusing your privileges of God. It's time to stop focusing on yourself. It's time to stop being ridiculous in your spending, because God is in the season right now of blessing people. This time in the universe, with processes that are going on, energetic forces that are changing, it's time for us to get in check for real. It is time to be and do whatever it is that we're supposed to do. So if He's asking you to shape and mold yourself in a different way, surrender. He is asking us to surrender at this time. And if you do not surrender at this time, you are going to be locked in whatever it is that you're chasing that's greater than the forces of God. Whatever it is that you're chasing, whatever it is that He told you to do that you're not doing, and you're chasing it, whatever it is that you're chasing, you're going to be stuck with. You are going to be stuck with whatever it is that you are putting before God. He is asking you to put Him first. Whatever it is, set your butt down and listen to Him and follow His instructions, because He wants you. He wants to know what it is that He wants to know. He wants you. He wants to direct your steps. He wants to know what it is that you want. He wants to provide you what you want. He wants to give you. The universe is ready to give you what you want. But you don't even know what you want, because you haven't sat your tail down, and you haven't sat to listen to even yourself. What is it about yourself that you're scared of, that you don't want to listen to? What is it about yourself that you don't want to face? I had to face that. I was going to dig deep inside of myself and not find nothing. I ran from sitting down for so long. Oh my God, it was so scary. But guess what? The consequences of my running was worse than me sitting down listening to what I had to say, which was simply, I thought that I was just a fraud. I thought that I wasn't real. I've been through so much and so many challenges. I thought that maneuvering my way through those challenges made me who that person was. But when it was time for me to sit down and see that person, that wasn't me. And I didn't see nothing until I dug deep. I sat my butt down with the forces of the universe and with God's help, of course, because I wasn't trying to sit down. But guess what? When I sat my ass down, I learned. I learned. And that's what God is telling you to do. He don't need you to keep giving Him things. He needs you to take what He's given you and use it for your good. He wants us good. God wants us good. He wants us to obey what He says. Be obedient. Sacrifice. Make that sacrifice. He wants you to clear yourself, clear your energy, so that the flowing of your healing can be in a good manner, that it won't be blocked anywhere. Clear your chakras, clear your mind, clear your thoughts, clear your heart, clear your soul. Trust Him and let go of everything that's been holding you back, everything that has been keeping you from Him, everything that's been stopping you and blocking your blessings. Get it out of yourself. Dig deep and go back to where it is. Where did it stem from? Where does it come from? Going through those processes help you get those breakthroughs that you're looking for. You're constantly waiting for God to give you a breakthrough. No, a breakthrough. No, your breakthrough is within yourself. You have to realize, you have to do the work. You have to transition your mind. You have to take it out of yourself and put it into his hands and to allow him to shape and mold it, put it back in you through the wisdom and the signs and the knowledge and the dreams and the tarot readings and the whatever else you're using. But the lack of wisdom and the lack of knowledge is on your end. That is because you're not seeking it. You're not seeking what it is that you're supposed to be seeking. How can you be mad at God because He's not giving you the information that you are probably already have it? How many times have you read that same scripture and you just not getting it? Open your eyes. Open your eyes to the truth. You are keeping the truth from yourself because you are denying yourself the responsibility for learning whatever it is that's true about you. You have been stripped of your ability to trust and dig deep in yourself. And guess what? Even if it ain't nothing in there, create something. That's the perfect place you need to be. Why are you scared? Why are you staying stuck in situations that don't belong to you anymore? You've outgrown that situation, but you're scared to move on because you're scared that you're going to fail in a new situation, or you scared that the new situation is going to have too many burdens that you can't think of, or you scared of leaving your kids to go pursue something because you scared you're going to be looked at as a bad parent, or you scared you don't want to take this job because it's gonna take you away from your family. You think you're gonna be a bad dad. No, make a vow to yourself. Know your life's purpose. Know what it is that you need to do and do it. Know your life's purpose and do what you need. Find out what you need to do to fulfill it and do it. Period. That's the reality of life. That's what you were born for. That's what you were created for. You were created to explore yourself, find out why you're here, and do everything you need to do to get there. That's why God says, strive hard and be steadfast in your striving. Don't give up. Take opportunities when they come. Create opportunities. If there aren't the ones that you see that fit you, create them. You are the creator of your own life. It is your life. You do not have to accept anything that you do not like, anything that makes you unhappy. You do not have to accept it. You can easily reach out to God. You can easily reach out to your soul. You can easily reach out to the universe. You can easily reach out to those angels and tell them all to give you your mind and your heart strength to make the right choice. If you so weak, call out for your angels. Call out for God. Call out to the universe. Call. Just ask them. They'll give it to you. You get not because you ask not. God wants you to use the universe, use your powers, use your thoughts, use your heart, use your mind, use your spirit, use your hands, use your feet. Take your hands, your gift, your hands, and use them. Whatever it is that you're good at, use your hand. Whatever it is that you're good at using your hands, use it, manipulate it, make it work for you. What are your feet good at? What are your legs good at? What is your body good at? What is your heart good at? Learn who you are. You gotta take time and learn who you are. If you're in an abusive relationship, get out of it because it's gonna take a minute to get to the point of learning who you are. And unless you want to spend the next 3, 4 years dealing with that situation, get out now. Because it takes a while to recover. Because in recovery, it's learning why you got in that relationship, which means you have to deal with everything that you dealt with in your childhood. That takes time. So that's another 4, 5, 6, 7 months. Then you got to take the time to deal with them and what they did to you, especially if it was a narcissistically abusive relationship. I get it. I understand. You in a deadbeat job. Get out. Because the same way it's going to take you time to get mindset just changed because you traumatized from this damn toxic ass job and it's driving you crazy and you hate going there and you dread it. No, get out. Find something better. Even if it's less money, more peace, take it. While you at the less money, more peace, you have time to be more creative. And then you can become creative in your peace and get you something that you really need. Invest in yourself. Be there for yourself. Stop looking for people to be there for you in ways that you can be there for yourself. Stop looking for people to make you happy. Stop depending on people to get you out of situations that you can get out of yourself. Well, how can you be creative? What can you do to get out of that situation? And not calling my mama or not calling my husband or not calling my daughter or not calling my son or not calling my auntie or not calling my friends or not begging or not this. How can you get out of it? What creative thing can you come up with that will produce what it is that you desire? Even if I used to, when I got divorced from my first husband, like I literally, even now, I'm getting adjusted to it. But I've always had men around me to do things. So this was years ago. I still don't do it to this day. But there was a snowfall, and I had to get out and shovel the snow. Oh my God, it was so much snow. I took two things, two attempts. You know, the one shovel, push it, and second time through it, I was like, oh hell no, I can't do this. I start crying because I had never had to do that. And it hurt me to the core. But I said, you know what, fuck this, I'm not doing this. But I had money. So instead of me getting mad at baby daddy who didn't come or uncle or brother who didn't come, I just paid for somebody to do it. Period. And I realized that I couldn't do it because really my chest started hurting my chest started hurting, I mean, beating real fast. I was sweating, like literally after the first two, I was like, oh no, I can't do this. No. And even mowing the lawn. I've never mowed the lawn before though, but even that or raking any of that. But now I'm at a place of knowing that I don't need or should not depend on anybody, that I'll always come up with a solution or be prepared. I'll learn to be prepared for that now. So now I know, well, I know I can't cut the grass. So let me prepare this in my budget. So when it's time for that to actually happen, it's already there. Instead of putting myself in a situation, wasting money in other places, then get mad because my nephew can't come do it or my brother can't come do it. And then my shit looking crazy. No, you learn to reshape your mind, rethink your negative thoughts to positive ones. You learn to become one with your reality. And your reality is you have power and you have the ability to create whatever it is that you want. You are the co-creator of your life. You are actually the creator of your existence. God created you, but you get to co-create your life. You're the creator of the things that happen to you. So your mindset is what creates what you actually end up seeing. So if you change your mind about things, then your world and everything that you start seeing will change as well. Because if you change your mind about something, you're going to change your feelings about it. And if you change your feelings about it, then you're going to change your behavior about it. And if you change your behavior about it, you're definitely changing the consequences. And those consequences that you're experiencing now or that you've experienced in the past are because of your thought process, because of something that happened to you at a time in your life, mostly childhood. Something happened most of the situations are childhood or either young adulthood, and not to say that you can't be traumatized later in life, but most of those things that shape you to get in abusive relationships or continue to make foolish mistakes or, continue to do the things that you continue to do because you haven't tapped into where that fear comes from. So if you are a liar and you use lying to get out of situations, why? Dig deep because you want to control the situation. Why? Because you have a fear of losing control. Why? Because when you were a kid, you never had any control. So as an adult, you really don't know how to handle it. So the only way you can handle it is to lie. So you lie at a whim, just lie. That's a problem. You need to get to the source of your problem, like I just did. You didn't get acknowledged as a kid unless you lied about something. And when you lied to your mother, that's the only time she showed you love, or that's the only time she was calm. Because if you told the truth, you got in trouble. Because you didn't realize your behavior that you was exemplifying what was getting you in trouble. You didn't change your ways. So if your mother had shaped and molded you to change your behavior instead of just punishing you and teaching you that no, sweetheart, you can't do these things because they get you in trouble. And even if you have an issue with wanting to do them, talk to somebody about it. Let them help you figure out ways to do it better. So when you grow up, you're in the same situation. You're in a marriage. You just do what you want to do, and then you just lie your way through. And if somebody questions you, they're being your mother, and you become subjective to being evil and mean to that person. So you learn to lie with that person. There's a reason why our behaviors are the way they are. We do the things that we do for reasons. And if we dig back to the source of that reason, we will always find out why we do what we do. And when you find out your why, going back to the root cause, then you'll be able to change your future. Then you'll be able to change and manifest whatever it is that you want. So if you were growing up as a child and your parents were reckless with money, and they mismanaged and y'all didn't have much, or y'all was always scraping and scrounging check to check, no respect, no savings, no vacations, no enjoyment of the money, just spending it everyday life, abusing it, misusing it, scraping up for it, borrowing it, that kind of stuff. Then you will grow up with the same thought process about money and you'll have the same attitude. But if you have an essence of enjoying money, using money to create a better life for you, doing things that make you happy because that's why God blesses it with you, then you can begin to put that energy in the universe and then money will manifest to you. But you have to get back to the mindset. And the mindset is that you were conditioned to believe or to not respect money. And because you don't respect it, it's not going to respect you by coming to you because money, again, is it's energy. It wants to know that you're not going to abuse it or misuse it and not using it in a purposeful manner to enjoy your life. Because it's not saying that you can spend your money. It's just saying spend your money wisely. The money that it does give you, let it create joy for your life. Buy you nice things. Get your hair done. Get your nails done. Keep your hair groomed. Keep your beard up together. Go on vacations. Buy nice cars. Buy a nice house. Go out and do things. Just not in abundance to where it's becoming abusive to you, not to where you're begging God for the money to do what it is that you already have the money to do. He gives you the money so that you can do what you want to do. That's why he says, do not worry about what you need, your clothes and all that. I'm giving you money, do it. No, he's not going to let the birds die. He ain't going to let you die either. People misuse that scripture very well, I do believe. Because you don't have to worry about clothes on your back and money and all clothes and food in your refrigerator and car and all of that and whatever. If you use your money wisely, you're not manifesting, you're going to stay stuck. And then eventually, especially if God has a calling for you and he needs you to do good with your money, he's going to strip everything from you. So it'll be like a rock bottom situation where you ain't got nothing but him and to see what he's been trying to tell you. He's going to put you in a situation where you're being bagged in a corner where you have no choice but to choose him. And in choosing him is your wisdom. And in choosing him is your knowledge. And in choosing him is your understanding. And choosing him is your ability to do what it is that you need to do. And choosing God and understanding the God within you, the goddess in you. Tuning into if you're on the venture of seeking who God is, then he's definitely going to steer you back to the venture of seeking who you are. That is why you have to first become knowledgeable about yourself before you can get to the other side of what God is going to show you what is really true about you. Because he can't put you on the path of your of your Goliath if you don't even know you David. No, your name might be Sam right now. You don't know. But if he can't get you to see that you need to get to see what's going on in your life, he can't do nothing for you. You can sit there and beg, and yeah, and he'll continue to provide you with little crumbs. Not to say that his blessings are crumbs, but they're crumbs compared to the magnitude of what he's going to do if you step into your true purpose. Because the belief is that we deserve it, and if we don't have that belief, we can't get it. So you can ask God and ask him to pray for that all day long. His manifestations come from your belief system. They move from your faith in him and your faith in yourself. That's why prayers aren't answered and they're not timed to. But the timing that they're not is because you're not ready. God is waiting on you. We not waiting. No, we not waiting on him. Because when you get to that point where you understand what it is, that lesson he's been teaching you, he works just like that. He moves just like that. So you saying that I'm waiting on God, and you're not doing things and you're sitting still. No, you're sitting still, not doing things, excuse me. No, it don't work like that. Now, sitting still when he tells you to sit still and you don't do nothing, that's different. Right now, he would have me sit still. It's time for me to grow and elevate. When God tells you to sit down, when God when he's chasing you to sit down and you keep running, when I say he will get your ass together, he will. Quick, easy, easy. He will get you together and let you see what it is. Oh, you're not listening? Okay. Remove. Stop it. Sit down. Oh, and then in first instant of sitting down. Oh, that's why you wanted me to do this. Okay. Yeah. You were too busy doing what you wanted to do, trying to control things and not surrender. God is asking you to surrender to the truth of who you are. And who are you? You are somebody that was sent here on an assignment to manifest that assignment and to change the world. What are you doing to manifest your assignment and change the world? What are you doing? What are you doing to manifest your assignment and change the world? Because that's your assignment in life. That's your job here, to go through things, relate them to your purpose, work out that purpose in a map, walk out that path from the map, manifest whatever it is that's supposed to be, and that's it. Pass on that legacy, create a legacy. That's it. Because your legacy here at this time and in this world, because 300 years from now, somebody still might be talking about you. You never know. You never know. Hell, Martin Luther King been dead how long? We still talking about him. Still, he got streets named after him, books, movies, all kind of stuff, because he made a difference in the world. And even though he still dealt with his vices and his things that he dealt with as human, he still served his purpose according to his reason for being here on life. But he was still human. And me saying that right now is me just saying that no matter what is wrong with you, so to speak, whatever your vice is, you can overcome it. Step into the realm of who you are. Be vulnerable with yourself. Admit whatever it is. Admit it. If you know you're a liar, you will. Lord, I'm a liar. Universe, I'm a liar. Help me stop lying. If you know you're a cheater, admit it. I'm a cheater. Universe, help me, God, help me stop. Show me the way. Lord, I'm scared. Okay, I'm scared. Okay, teach me how to do this fearlessly. Still go with fear, but go, because there's nothing wrong with being scared. The problem is you don't do anything because of the fear. No, go fearless. You got fear with you, but you're not going to allow it to make you less than what you are. Go strive for it. Be steadfast. No, don't give up. If somebody say no to you, so what? Keep it moving. Go to the next person. No, okay, no, okay, no, no. You can get 25 no's. What you gonna give up? The 26 or the 27? Hey, the 26 might be, and you do a 27, then there you go. The 27 to make up for all the 26 before. You never know. Keep going. Whatever it is that you're working on, be steadfast in it and strive hard for it. You got to strive. And when the universe sees that you're working for it, that you're putting in the work, and you have faith in it and you being patient, you just doing the work, just doing the work. I'm just doing the work. No, I might not. You have your own business. You just doing the work. No, I might not have no clients now, but you change your mindset, doing the work, doing it. The energetic forces that you put out. And if you're doing it genuinely and not in vain, if you're not doing it for money or to show somebody off or to be evil with it or, to just regulate and have power and rule over it, dominate. No. If you're doing it genuinely because you really want to and you're striving hard to manifest it and achieve it, oh, yeah, it's going to manifest. It's a promise. That's a guarantee. And then it's going to manifest so big because it's something that is going to make a difference in this world. So whatever it is that you are created to do, you definitely need to find out, because understanding your creation will give you the ability to move forward in that direction. Because once you know what it is that you like about yourself, what makes you happy, what puts a smile on your heart, then you can pretty much go in the direction of those fields and then figure your way. Like I don't I like let me see. I like law classes, but I don't want to be a lawyer. You feel me? I've had a couple of law classes and I absolutely love them. But I wouldn't want all my classes to pertain to law and be a lawyer, because I have such greater uh, depth than just being a lawyer. I have other things, like I'm doing 60 other things. But I do like the knowledge. I do like the knowledge because it helps me make better decisions when I do things. You know what I'm saying? Not even just from a legal perspective, but just from a perspective of human nature. You know what I'm saying? Human nature, just doing the right thing, because you get to see the effects of your wrong behavior. You get to see how it affects other people. It broadens your horizons on your behavior. So I actually like the law classes, but I don't want to be a lawyer. But me knowing that about myself, I like to think about other people. So what in this world can I do that makes me think about other people? Show them my books, my online courses, the things that I do. Me speaking to you now. And I'm actually doing this because I just want to do it. I know that what I say can change and save lives. It's up to you to listen to it. It's up to you to do what it is that you need to do once you listen to it. That's your responsibility. I've done my part. Because what you learn from it and what you change from this information can help you transition so that you can teach somebody else in whatever way you desire. You might not do courses, but you might be a painter and you can paint better pictures and paint better for your clients. All right, you could be whatever it is that you do. So when we tap into ourselves, when we explore who we are, and learning your likes, you got to learn your dislikes. What don't you like? I can absolutely say from my last relationship, I don't like a lot. I'm able to know what I don't like in a man as my companion. So future references, I know if I see those things while we're dating or talking or whatever, then no, I can't be with you, because that would be problematic to my peace. And it could be as simple as smacking your food. Okay, I don't like that. I don't like that. It's nasty, it's rude. I don't like that though. So I'm not gonna date a man that does that often, because guess what? He's 45, 50 years old. He's been doing it. He's not about to change today. And I'm not about to sit up here and argue 2 years to try to tell you to stop doing that shit. And that shit drive my ears crazy. Like literally, I just can't take it. But I know that about myself. I know that about myself. So now, if you get a man that do it and you stop doing it, okay, that's fine. And that's just a funny example. But when you know what you like and you dislike, you know what you can set yourself up to prevent future consequences. Because again, thought process comes from an event in your childhood. So that event in your childhood triggered that thought. That thought triggered some emotion that you equates to a future situation like that. So those feelings that you get, I mean, the thought that you get create those feelings. So if you see a situation where, again, say your dad was never home, you get with a man, he's always traveling and always gone, never around. You manifested that because the energetic forces in your mind is men aren't always around. So you're always going to manifest that type of man until you come to grips with you don't like men that they ain't home with you. Like I had to literally come to grips. I want a man that's up under me. I really do. And I like that. I don't want you out in the streets doing whatever. Or unless you working, that's different. I'm talking about when we're together. I like a man that likes being with me, that don't want to be ripping and running the streets and all. No, you my best friend. We hanging out. We chilling. Now there are times, of course, I know when you do you, that's fine. But if your main priority is doing all your friends and hanging out and everybody else, no, I don't like that. I don't like that. So I wouldn't get a man that's overly social to where he can't put his responsibility of me or his duty to me as his wife first. I don't want that. And again, you can have a job and do that, but you gotta learn to cut that shit off. Period. So I don't want a man that lacks that balance. I don't want that. And I don't want to take 3 years trying to teach you to do it. Argue. No, I don't want to do that. So if you don't even have that thought process already, no. That to me, that's a red flag because I know it's gonna cause a problem with me. I know that. So again, but understanding yourself and learning yourself, you get to you find those things out. And you can't do that surrounded around vultures that are always around you. You know, people that are taking you away from the essence of who you are. And then not even in your quiet places, digging deep yourself and finding out who you are. But again, we have to know that God is self-sufficient. Everything that we need, we already have. When he says that, that is true. And remember, he didn't create us with a spirit of fear. He didn't create us to be scared to do things. He created us to have love and power and a sound mind and be fearless. Again, he didn't say be scared to face your life. Because again, it's okay to be afraid. It's okay to be afraid of things. That's human. That's a natural human emotion, fear. But using fear to cripple you is the problem. Because in that spirit of love, he's saying he's given us the spirit to love ourselves, not just love others, but to love ourselves. Because people think that you love others, but you forget to love. How can you love somebody else and you don't even love yourself? How can you give all your time to somebody else and you're not giving none to yourself? That don't make sense. God is saying, don't be scared of loving yourself. Power. He gave us power. We have the ability to have power. We have the power over the forces of nature. So we have the ability to maneuver the forces of nature, which is the universe. And the universe operates off of what we say, how we think. That is our power. Our power is in our mind. You have power in life and death in the tongue. Now, our thoughts create our reality. If you don't walk away with nothing, you can know those two things. There's power of life. There's life and death in the tongue. Power of life and death in the tongue. And the Bible says, and whichever one you do the most, or whichever one you do, the one that you love the most, is that's gonna bring your greatest reward. So if you speak negative, you're gonna get rewarded with negative things all the time. You speak positive, you'll manifest positive. And your thought process, your thoughts create your reality. So whatever you're thinking is what you're gonna manifest into real life. Because think about it, whatever you think is what you speak. And those are your powers, the forces of nature. So have self-love for yourself. Use your powers, and your sound mind is you with your free will having self making the right choice. Making the right choice. And when you get to that place, when you're ready to do those three things, then you can get on the course of manifestation. Then you can get on the course of being what it is that you're supposed to be and doing what it is that you're supposed to do. Because guess what? God will try you through your thoughts. And that's the God in you. That's why the scripture says, we will try you. And I'm reading the Quran. We will try you. Because your soul in the universe, you, all of that together, the creation of you will try you and push you until, until, until you have shown them that you are working hard, that you're striving hard, that you want this. Because you keep praying to them. You keep praying, saying you want this, but how hard are you working to get it? Or is in your heart, or you thinking it's them doing stuff the hardest part? No, you got to work hard. You got to strive hard. The scripture literally says strive hard and steadfast and manifest your news. So whatever it is that you're working on, you're working hard at preparing something, work hard at it. Don't give up until it's ready. And then do what you have to do. Then from that, those works, your manifestation is going to come. Your manifestation is going to come. It's promised to you. So that's why it's important for you to understand who you are and to understand what it is that you want. Because the universe is asking right now, what is it that you want? And if you don't know, take the time to dig deep and find out. Because in that moment of finding out is where you begin to create the script of your life to give to the universe for it to manifest to you. Because what we say verbally is the script that we give to the universe to manifest us. What we think in our heads is the script that we're giving the universe to manifest in us. So what script are you giving to the universe? Are your thoughts about money empowering you, or are they disempowering you? Do you have the ability to tap into yourself and create whatever it is that's hidden deep down inside of you? What brings you joy? What makes you happy? Sit down and find out and explore yourself. Stop being scared to be by yourself. What are you scared of? Ask that question. Tell the universe you want to know what. Just tell me what am I scared of? And you know what it is because you know the thought in your mind that gave you the emotion in the first place. And if it's so deeply blocked inside, ask the universe to begin to reveal it to you. You get not because you ask for not. God's not blessing us because we're not using our power correctly, or we're not using it at all. And because most times you don't even know you got it. And you ought to see that you do, because if you do negative shit happens. That's manifestation power. You spend your money, you're going to be broke. You invest it, you get it back. That's just wise. That's just how it works. You spend time with your family, you develop a greater relationship with them. You out in the streets not doing nothing, you don't have that bond and that closeness. So you have to understand what's more important. And if you want something in this life, you have to sacrifice something. And in sacrificing, that is just having displeasure within, withdrawing from something, or denying yourself something that gives you pleasure, just to show the universe the energy that I want this. And I want it so bad, I'm willing to stop doing this to get it, to show you that I can do it. Because in your sacrifice, the universe can begin to release its blessings to you, because they know the universe then knows that your energetic forces can shift so that you can maneuver yourself into that direction, to think that clearly all the time. Because in that fasting or that sacrifice is where the universe digests everything that it needs for you to have in that time. So the longer you sacrifice something, the more digestion from the universe and God and your soul and the purpose and all of that will come. It'll come flooding to you. That's why you become clear on things when you fast or when you take yourself from something, because whatever it is that was providing for you, it was blocking the information that your soul automatically wants to know. Like drinking and doing drugs, you hide behind that because you don't want to know the truth of the answers that you're running from. But stop drinking and smoking and doing drugs and getting high or whatever, or stop shopping so much. Because you eat too much. Whatever your addiction is, you do that. It's porn, it's infidelity, is lying, is stealing, anything. Whatever your addiction is, get to the root of that. And it is in that root cause that is giving you that mindset. And if you can get to that root cause, then you can change your mind. And if you change your mind, your feelings about that particular situation similar to it that may trigger those same emotions, if you rewrite your story and change your mindset, then you'll know what it is that it'll give you the ability to create better behavior for yourself and different, which will ultimately create different consequences. Because if you do good, good will come to you. And not to say that bad won't happen during this time, because it's not like you miraculously are negative proofed. Because even if God is protecting you from things happening, stuff still slips through. But even in the slipping through, even in God's protection, that don't mean that you won't face challenges. It means that He'll protect you from them challenges. So He'll give you the grace. He'll give you the blocking of evil coming through. He'll you laid on your rent. He'll give your landlord a softened heart. You don't have to worry because He's taking care of things. So in your process of sitting still and wondering what it is that He wants and understanding Him and speaking differently and doing differently and thinking differently and feeling differently, you know what I'm saying, and working hard for what it is that you want, being steadfast at that hard work, your manifestations will come. So what is it that you need to sacrifice? God is sufficient. He doesn't need anything from you. The only thing He needs from you, material wise, is your obedience to His word. And His word is telling you to sacrifice something. Find that place in your life that you love so much that you have never been willing to give up. Give it up. Because in giving it up, and the moment you give it up and sacrifice, that is the moment that the universe will open its doors or energy up to you. Trust me. And it might be hard, but it's only hard if you have the mindset that it's hard. Change your mind that you can do it. Oh, I got this fast. I'm confident I can get through this because I know dang on well I can go without this for 3 weeks or 2 months or a month or 3 days or whatever. Whatever your fasting amount is, and pray for that. Ask God to tell you what day to pray, how long to fast or give it up or sacrifice. So that's what a fast is, a sacrifice. And it's not even necessarily food. What is it? What is it that you have not been able to give up on your own or have refused to give up in the past? Find out what that is and give it up. Show the universe that you are willing to give up something that's greatly connected to you, no matter what it is. It's greatly connected to you because you want something that's greatly connected from it to connect to you. Because you trust that what it has is better than what that is. And you are willing to give that up so that it can come to you. That's what the sacrifice is. That's why God is sufficient. He is self-sufficient. He just needs you to, He just wants to know that you are worthy of the blessings that He has for you. That's it. He just wants to show you how powerful you are to yourself. He wants you to know who you are, because when you know who you are, you know who He is, then He can show you how to present yourself so that others may know you too. Those that you need to serve may know you too. So you have to go through the experiences of healing that inner child in you. You have to go through the process of digging deep. So you might have to answer a lot of questions. You might have to do a lot of writing. You might have to do a lot of creative activities. You might have to own some truths and be honest with yourself. You're definitely going to have to do that. Because the only way to get your breakthrough is to break through. And you got to do the work, because the breakthrough comes through the work. You're not just going to sit around every day depressed and stressed and low thinking and low feeling and think high vibrations going to come through. Now, there can get a point where God work a miracle and send something to you that wake you up. Ding, ding, ding. And an epiphany moment snap you out of it. But don't depend on that. That's even still you not working hard or striving hard. That's you just waiting for the miracle of God to come, and you're not gonna get far waiting. That miracle, it might take 20 years for that miracle to manifest, because it's gonna take 20 years for other people that's gonna be in position to give that other person what they need to give that person that's gonna give you, and they might be stubborn and not doing nothing like you. So you don't want to wait on that. You don't want to do that. You want to change your mind. You want to change your thoughts, your feelings. Dig deep into those hurtful feelings and figure out what the problem is. And when you get to the problem, rewrite your story. If you want to learn how to rewrite your story, you definitely can call me. That's what I do. We could do an inner child reparenting session where we dig deep into your psyche pretty much and figure out why you have this fear, why you have this addiction, why you do this, why you do that. I can definitely help you do that. That's not a problem. There's help out there everywhere. If you seek it yourself, you can do it yourself. If you want to pay somebody to do it, you can call me. But the point is, you have to do it. You have to do it. You have to do it. In fact, if you are interested in signing up for a free coaching session where we can go in and come up with a strategy to understanding how to get to your root cause, we can definitely do that. That's not a problem. If you are interested in that, go ahead and click that link that is, or go to that link that is being scrolled across the screen right now, because in that call, we definitely get down to whatever that hold is, that emotional hold that's keeping you back. And we learn to strategically, and you and I together, we learn to strategically figure out a plan on how to get rid of that issue. And the reason I do this call is because a lot of people don't even know where their problems lie. They think it's one thing and it's something else. So this strategy call, just a few questions that you answer, and it leads us to understanding whatever it is. And then once we figure out what the problem is, then I give you solutions to the problem. So definitely, if you're interested in that call, I have plenty of workshops or online courses that you can do. I'm actually doing my releasing fear. Releasing fear. That's ready, set to go. Definitely, I'm ready to do my course for that. So if you're interested in that one, you definitely can give me a call, or you can book online, that same website right there, that https semicolon slash slash app.yottled.com, and that's YOTTLED.com slash Coach Tanya. Yeah, I have a lot of workshops. You go on that website, you can definitely check out the workshops that I'm offering. But know that I do the 45-minute coaching session for free, again, the strategy call. So I definitely want to thank you for joining me today. If you have any comments or concerns, definitely drop them below. And no matter where you are reading this, you should be able to leave some comments. If not, you can email me at Coach Tanya at gmail.com. Excuse me, Coach Tanya 2020, the year 2020 at gmail.com. And we can definitely get started in the right direction. But I just want to leave you with this, that God has everything he has already. He does not need anything from us directly to go to him. The only thing he needs is for us to be obedient to the truth of who you are, obedient to his word, to his truth of who you are. So whatever it is he's telling you to do it. That's all he needs. That's all he needs. And again, not to say that you can't give your money and donate to situations that are benefiting other situations, but wasting your money in places where it's in gluttony, no, he does not want that. Nothing you do should be done to a point where it's overdoing it, period. And when it becomes overly done, then that's when you're wasteful. And that's when he starts tapping into removal. And if you understand why you keep doing that, then you'll learn the behaviors, changes that you need, and then you'll begin to make them. So again, if you are interested in getting that 45-minute coaching session, definitely reach out to me. If you want to leave your suggestions for topics, you can do that at my email at coachtanya2020@gmail.com. It was a pleasure to do this video. Do this show for you today. So I thank you so much for joining me. And remember, every Sunday I will be recording this on my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Coach Tanya's Tribe, or facebook.com/Tanya the author Austin. So the last one is my main page. The other one is my trauma recovery room page. And that's the one I would prefer you go to, because that's the one I'm trying to transition over to. But you're more than welcome to both. And I have so many groups that you're more than welcome to join. But if you get on my Facebook page and we become friends, you'll get to see that. Again, thank you so much for joining me. Know that God wants you to be a better you so that he can create the opportunity for more of that better to come to you. So if you're struggling in any situation that is keeping you from honoring God and your purpose, then definitely reach out to me and give me a call. So I want to thank you, beloved, so much for joining me. It was a wonderful pleasure to be able to serve you today. And this is your girl, Coach Tanya, and I am out. Look at that.